it works. It's not working.
Big button.
Yeah, thank you. So yeah, hello, I'm Tanya. I'm a product manager at Pipedrive, and you might think, why product manager here talking about sales and marketing? But I had a big background in the marketing, so I know what I'm talking about. But help me a little bit understand who you are actually. So hands up, who is the sales reps? Okay, very few. Marketers? Much more. Founders? Okay, maybe students? Okay, everybody here, awesome. Do you know about Pipedrive? Okay, everybody knows it. It's obvious. Okay, so Pipedrive is a CRM system made by salesperson to salesperson. We have 9 offices in 70 countries, and yes, we are also hiring. So we are also very proud what our customers are talking about us, and they are quite obvious. So we are #1 CRM based on customers' review. And I'm actually very proud to work in this company because it made me feel better than I understood that yes, I do something that help other people. But today I'm going to talking about what is the difference between funnels, all these kind of funnels, sales cycles, customer journey, customer life cycle, growth loops, and how all it is bring you value and revenue, and what is actually the value-based approach. So, in the Pipedrive, we always was customer-centric. So we always focusing on customer experience and kind of customer journeys. But what I'm talking today is not relevant only for us. Latest research shows us that companies which have formal customer journey strategy have faster average sales cycle, greater return of marketing investment, more cross-sales and upsales, and greater revenue from customer referrals. Yes, customer journey strategy can bring us more revenue, but moreover, many companies and business describe to build customer journey strategy to their business as a #1 priority for this year. So, what is the difference between funnel, life cycle, customer journey, growth loop, sales cycle, sales pipeline, on all this stuff? Basically, from my opinion, it's all about the same. Just spoiler. So, if we are looking at this slide, we will see just regular funnel. It started from the awareness and ends with the churn. Awareness is everything about when your customer meet your business at the very beginning. And the funnel is just described from the business perspective, how its journey looks like. What is the metrics on every stage you have to meet with this customer journey perspective. The next step is a sales cycle or sales pipeline. So Pipedrive blew market 10 years ago with a sales pipeline view. And today also we talk about it a little bit. It's kind of about process. So what is a sales pipeline? It's a stages. It's visualization of what you need to do to sell your product to your customer. And it's usually kind of, email sent, demo done, all these stages. But again, what behind these stages in the sales cycle? Behind them is real customer with his own life and experience. If you send him a mail, he needs to read it or talk with colleagues, whenever. So it's all about customer journey. But again, this is just a view from the sales perspective to make your sales focus on what is important, what the stages they have to do to achieve the success in the sales. And again, one more visualization of this. Again, on the right, we can see a circle with more or less similar stages as a funnel. So it's awareness, prospecting, consideration, post-sales, referrals. But if we look on the left side, we can see that it's perfectly matched with the different teams who usually cover it. So it all begins with the marketing, continues with the sales, and supported by customer success. What's important here is that when we are talking about sales cycle, acquisition funnel, marketing funnel, whenever funnel, we are talking about dedicated team perspective. And if you don't think about your customer journey as a whole process, as a one cycle, which kind of go through all these different departments, it's still one experience. You will never see the gaps and loops, how to bring more customers, how to bring more value, and it's how it works actually. So we can see that referrals ends with awareness, and it's quite easy. If your customer is a happy customer, he can bring you more customers, and it will decrease your customer acquisition cost and increase lifetime value from this customer. Easy peasy. And customer success team is usually should focus on this customer kind of success. It's old-fashioned way how to tell about customer success. But to be honest, we right now are mostly thinking about customer success, in most cases, I would say, like internal sales. They just work with existing database. But it's not really true, actually. So, all these different things, it's only about visualization. We're still talking about one customer, his journey, and his experience from the different stages. If you will zoom into this journey, you will find acquisition funnel, marketing funnel, sales funnel, upsell funnel, whenever else funnel, and circle. But whenever you're starting to map it and try to think about your customer's experience, you can find many gaps, what you have not covered yet, and opportunities for upsell, cross-sell, referrals, and all these different things. And maybe you will just find out that everything is perfect, but you really have to focus on acquisition channel, and it's okay. But you will find something, I promise you. So, but when we're talking about customer journey, we usually are not talking about our pricing. And I have no idea why, actually. Because customer experience, it's also experience about pricing. It's a huge step in your relationship with any customer. It's how your customer understand your pricing, how you get revenue from these customers, etc. And at this point, we all come together. But by all of us, I mean sales, marketers, product managers, founders. Because we all focusing on our own topic, and it's totally okay. We can't be perfect in everything. But marketers know the market, obviously. Sales know why people say no to your price, or what they telling about pricing to competitors. Product managers should know about value, what your product brings to your customers. And of course, founders, you are always interested in the cash flow. Which bring me to the next topic. It's about value-based pricing. Who knows what is value-based pricing? Okay, cool. So, it's very easy, actually. It's just nothing new. Value-based pricing is pricing which is based on how much your customers are ready to pay for your product. And to develop this, you just simply probably have to ask them this question: how much it should cost from your opinion? Usually we are thinking about value-based pricing as something cheap, because customers love discounts. Nobody wants to pay much, I don't know, it's kind of obvious. But the most famous companies with a value-based pricing model is an Apple and a Starbucks. And they are not cheap. They're not cheap at all. And this is about actually the value and very close to marketing and sales. Because you pay for Apple or Starbucks, you pay not just for the solving your existing problem. Like any phone nowadays solve your problem. You don't need to buy Apple. But here, welcome, marketing world, sales world, experience world. Because customers understood why they have to pay this much for this product. It's all about experience from the very beginning, from the website of the Apple, from the advertisement actually, till the unpacking the box. I remember the days and boxes from the phones was terrible just. And Apple started to do it probably the first. It's really experience and the value on every stage of your journey. And it's very close to value nurturing. Value nurturing is also a very simple idea. You just have to show value of using your product to your customers. Very simple. Where is the problem? The problem, it is here, right here. We're quite good at showing value on acquisition stage, on awareness stage. We're quite good at bringing it to Facebook advertisement, social media advertisement, whenever. So yes, we all saw it like increase your productivity in 10 times, something like this. It's all about like value what you will get. We're kind of good at it usually in a sales process. Sales also can tell you what value you will receive. But what happens next? Next happened that somebody started using your product, and you never tell them that, hey, guys, you're great. You use this product, you are awesome. Why it's important? Because we all want to have a best deal on the market. We want to know that we made the right choice. All our world is very competitive right now, and we can't just ignore it. And people choose us, so let them feel that it was a right choice. The problem, one more problem here is that if you started to use value-based pricing model, you can't easily play with the discounts. And it's happened why? Because, for example, I pay $50 for product X, and then I figure out that other users buy it for $10 because there's always discounts, and I pay full price. Then I will feel like a fool. What will happen? I will never come back. Never. And this is really important from nowadays because users never gave you a second chance anymore. You always have a competitor on the market, and they just simply will switch to another solution. And if your customer will tell this story to other salesperson, they will say, oh, come on, it's terrible, yeah, I'll give you discounts, really good offer, you will be nice. So, yeah. Don't think that your customers are fool. If you started this journey about value and asking the questions to your customers, and you want to be fair with your customers, never think that they are fool. And of course, you can play still with the discounts, but be sure that it is reasonable, that it is understandable. Just simply like put yourself on your customer's position, and it's all. So, actually you might think that I'm talking about Pipedrive, we are a huge company, we have resources and time to invest into this, and it's kind of true, because we have a dedicated lifecycle team who are working for all these steps of the journeys, and I'm one of this person, but truth is that we in a Pipedrive, we're big enough to lose some time. We just don't worry much if we are losing some opportunities. It's okay, we can live with this. But if you're in a startup, on a very small company, you just can't miss these opportunities. It's just simply not your way. And whenever you start doing something, you have to think about what your customers doing behind this. Because it's always I'm also working in the consulting a little bit, and sometimes startups comes to me and they tell me that yes, we have a marketing funnel, everything is good, and for example, they have a blog, and I asked them, or everybody wants to have a blog or had a blog, awesome, absolutely, yeah, but I asked them, so on what stages, customer journey or funnel, whenever you prefer, your blog is working for? And usually there is no good answer, because people started thinking about awareness and about engagement, and actually it's mixed with everything. But the content for every stage is absolutely different. Think about yourself as a customer. If you're in the awareness stage, you want to read maybe something not that particular about your product. But if you already consider to buy your product, you want to look into maybe competitors or specific use cases or something like this. If it's existing customers and you want to keep engaged with them, okay, it's absolutely different idea. And if we come back to the first funnel, you will see that there is absolutely different metrics for every stage. And if you will just compare, look at your blog as in one, channel of something, you will never find performing metrics for your blog as well. So this is actually a problem for everything. So you just simply have to match your customer's journey with your actions. It's that simple. Yeah, so if you're in a startup, I really suggest to start with the top of the funnel and the pipeline. Don't use any of the templates. It just simply not work for all the business, and we just sometimes forget about it. Think about your customers first, and then map your, actions behind of this. Because your actions should be based on your customer's perspective. The next thing is also what I'm talking about. The sales is not a final destination and a final stop. The customer's journey never ends with the sales. For example, I want to buy a flat. Probably it's happened once per life for most of the people. And my life cycle, my customer journey, is actually kind of sales cycle. There is nothing more about. I found a real estate agent, I come to them, they show me a few opportunities, and I pay for it. That's all. Easy peasy, yes, but no. If you're thinking about personas, if you're thinking about your customer journey, so, for example, I was your best persona. I am a best customer ever. If I am your best customer ever, so I have a friends with a more or less same income, more or less same age, and more or less in the same region. And I can actually recommend this real estate agent to my friends and decrease customer acquisition cost for this agent. So, yep, even in this simple scenario, my journey never ends with a purchase. And if you are losing a deal, it's totally fine, sometimes it happens, but this is a great opportunity to understand what happened. Like, only salesperson know exactly what people say. And this is very important to talk with them. And I know that everybody hates this part of job, but it is a great opportunity to understand what was wrong. And yes, bring it to your monetization strategy. Because all together, you can play with discounts, you can understand better what the pricing could be, and you can really gain more, but the same product, because you just gave opportunity to your customers to decide what would be the price. So probably this is all from my side. Yes, this is all. And I have a few presents for the questions, so please ask the questions.
Great, thank you.
Oh, you have questions?